Oh, can we meet at the city now?
I snuck in. Shh.
Oh,
I've got an invisible mask on. And
Harvey's had.
We meet next meeting.
all right, let's go. Roll. Can we have roll call, please? Allison,
Yes, sir. Chairman Eisner,
here.
Commissioner Bruton,
Here.
Commissioner Bell. Commissioner Cattouli,
Here.
Commissioner Ellis,
Present.
Commissioner Snyder,
here.
Commissioner Wise.
Present.
You have a quorum.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any communications at all?
Just that we modified the minutes, so the minutes are up next. I just wanted you to be aware of that.
Right.
And that was uploaded, wasn't it, Suzanne,
Mhm.
for everybody's review. That was the only communication that I had.
Is there any question before we vote on the approval of the minutes? You did receive a copy of the revised minutes, I believe. Is there any question anyone has regarding that?
No, thank you guys for doing that. This is Callie.
You're welcome.
Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes of April 21st, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any old business? New business consent items?
Hey, Chairman Eisner, this is Allison. I need a first and a second, the motion for the minutes.
My fault. The approval of the minutes, who made that motion?
I'll say I did.
Okay. And is there a second to that motion?
This is Callie. I'll second that.
Thank you. Need the names on that? Allison?
Yes, sir, I did. Thank you.
Rocky made the motion and Kelly seconded it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I received them.
Okay, fine. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. No old business, new business consent items. All right, new business 7A.
Suzanne, you want to raise the finer points of our discussion?
So item 7A, this is, I'm muted.
Oh.
Oh, I don't need to, okay. This is the subdivision plat SUV 20-8, creates 91 lots of record, common open space. There are 6 of those lots and 3 private rights of way named Majestic Circle, Carolina Skyway, and Seacap Court. All of these are located within the Waterway Hills Parkway, the Waterway Hills Village of the Parkway Group. All setbacks conform to the standards of the Parkway Group PDD, and the overall subdivision density is 3.6 dwelling units per acre. We discussed it in full this morning, but there's been some developments on the grading permit associated with the Spine Road. Public Works Department did not want us to approve this plat until that grading permit had been issued, because work had begun in 2016 on that Spine Road without a grading permit. And we've gotten all the approvals from all the departments, but there's a couple of very large fees that are going to be required for the issuance of the permit. So it has not yet been issued.
So the way it stands right now, it's my understanding that everything looks okay, other than there are some inspections that have to be done on the Spine Road. Plus there has to be some fees paid prior to us approving this. Plus, I know that we discussed this morning about asking the developer to consider some vegetation along the retention ponds and so on. That's all incumbent upon us either approving or holding or tabling this 7A. What's the feeling of the commissioners?
I think we ought to table it. It seems to be premature.
I agree also, Rocky. This is Commissioner Bruton.
I think in the past, we've said that everything should come to us quote unquote clean, so that there is no any problem with it being tabled, and therefore it's important that things come to us clean with no stipulations as such. Is that the feeling of the rest of the commissioners?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this is,
agree.
this is Ruth Ann. I definitely agree. And then that way we won't have any issues later on.
So if that's the case.
Cam and Barry are on. if anyone has-
Yeah, Cam and Baird are on. They may want to comment. I'll just say from the staff perspective, this morning, we were hopeful that this could be wrapped up by tonight's meeting. And there was a chance that was going to be the case. And it just sounds like, unfortunately, a lot of that work has been done by the applicant to satisfy Public Works Department, but just some of the remaining items just haven't been. And although staff could manage this internally, if y'all don't feel comfortable right now considering the plat, I would understand. But Cameron and Baird are also on the line. They may want to comment.
Cameron or Baird, if you'd like to comment on this, please.
Yeah, I'll jump in. The grading permit, I was not aware that the fees these are new revelations to me. So let us get that checked on. And we don't want to do anything you guys are uncomfortable with.
I appreciate that. Then could we have a motion then regarding the preliminary subdivision plan?
This is Commissioner Bruton. Mr. Chairman, I move that the Planning Commission plan to table the major preliminary plat of subdivision SUB-20-8, prepare for phase 6B and 6D of Waterway Hills until we can rest assured that all the other everything is taken care of.
Public Works, yeah.
Is there a second to that motion?
I will second it.
That was Rocky.
Yes, thank you.
All in favor of that motion, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
So just for clarity, the next scheduled meeting is May 19th.
May.
Is there a possibility? Pardon me?
I'm sorry, Aaron. I don't mean to cut you off. This is Baird. I just wanted to thank you all. We were not aware of any fees that had not been paid, so we thought all of our permits were in good standing. So, sorry for any miscommunication.
Right. So is there a chance perhaps that if the fees are paid, that the planning commission would be amenable to maybe a special meeting? We could meet, like we are now in Zoom, and just before 2 weeks. If would that help you, Baird and Cameron, move things along, or do you mind waiting a couple of weeks for the next regularly scheduled meeting?
Aaron, since we don't know, I don't have any details on what the permit fees were that have not been paid, or what that. So I don't know what the extent of those are. So I think 2 weeks is okay. At this time, I don't want to put the planning board out for for something that I don't know the whole story yet.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Why don't we just plan on the regular 2-week meeting?
Okay.
Okay, let's go to 7B.
Mr. Chairman, I
Yes.
will need to excuse myself for item 7B. This is Commissioner Bruton.
Okay. You have that, Allison?
Yes, sir, I've got it.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right, 7B.
Yeah, 7B, we discussed this at this morning's workshop, and it had to do with conversion of a private right-of-way into a public right-of-way involving a portion of Edge Drive. And it's on the screen there now, and I mentioned that all the checks and balances have been met according to our land development regulations text on this community requesting this portion of roadway be converted over to public right-of-way. It was also approved last night by City Council by resolution. So it's before you, the Planning Commission, because it's a major final plat, and it needs your consideration and approval in order to be recorded.
It's almost like the cart before the horse or after the horse. The city council already approved it, but I think for housekeeping purposes, we would have to we have to approve it, because if we don't approve it, city council already has. So could we have a motion then regarding that final subdivision plat?
Yes, this is Ruth Ann. I make a motion that we accept the final subdivision plat of SUF 20-01.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second that. This is Rocky.
Any other discussion regarding that? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. I would like to just make a comment. I've been thinking about that retention ponds. We discussed that this morning. There is no ordinance or anything that requires a developer to landscape a retention ponds. If it's all right with the commissioners, I will draft something and send it to Aaron and let him proceed with it to Jim Wood and possibly the city manager, if that's all right with the commissioners.
It's okay with me.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, thank you. We have a motion regarding adjournment.
I'll make that motion. This is Rocky.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Who's that?
This is Commissioner Bruton, I'd like to second that.
Okay. All right, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We are now adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank
See
you.
you guys later.
All right, everybody be safe.
Okay.
I'll send you something regarding
Yes, do
that.
that,
And
yes.
because as I say, if you could